Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll take you to a serene and untouched area, where we'll start building a wooden house to enjoy a peaceful and fresh lifestyle, far away from the modern world. Let's get started and follow along with me. The journey to building a wooden house begins with sourcing the perfect materials straight from the heart of the forest. With an eye for detail, he carefully searches for trees that are naturally abundant, selecting only the finest, those that are straight, round, and long. Once the ideal logs are gathered, the transformation begins. Each tree is stripped of its bark, revealing the smooth, raw wood beneath a process that not only enhances the wood's appearance, but also protects it from potential pests. This step is vital in preparing the logs for their next role, becoming the building blocks of a dream home. With precision and patience, the logs are then measured and cut into sections of the perfect length to match the unique design of the house. To begin constructing the foundation of the wooden house, he places 4 sturdy logs to form a square, marking the layout for the structure. This crucial step ensures he has identified the exact positions for the main pillars of the house. With the layout determined, he proceeds to dig holes at each corner, securing the primary support post firmly into the ground. Once the pillars are fixed securely, the next step is to enhance their stability further. He installs horizontal bracing beams at the top of the pillars, creating a supportive frame. These beams not only strengthen the structure, but also serve as the base for the roof framework. He moves on to one of the most critical parts of the build, constructing the roof. Starting with the main framework, he carefully aligns and secures the wooden beams, ensuring each one is strong and perfectly positioned. These beams interlock to form a sturdy triangular structure running along the length of the house, a classic design that not only provides excellent stability, but also directs rainwater away efficiently. The sharp angles of the roof give the house a timeless and functional silhouette, blending practicality with elegance. But he doesn't stop there. To add character and a sense of grounded stability, he designs an additional horizontal roof section. It's not just for looks. This addition reinforces the roof's sturdiness, giving the house an even stronger foundation to weather the elements. To ensure the house's framework is sturdy and well prepared for the next steps, he adds several horizontal beams to reinforce the structure. These beams create additional support and will later serve as the foundation for the floor, ensuring the house remains strong and stable over time. Each beam is carefully aligned and securely fastened, forming a solid base capable of handling the weight of materials and daily use. As the construction progresses, the need to move heavy materials becomes apparent. Carrying logs, tools, and other supplies by hand is not practical, especially for larger items. To address this challenge, he decides to craft a wooden cart using his skills and the materials available. He begins with the frame, the backbone of the cart, ensuring it is sturdy enough to handle heavy loads. Using thick wooden beams, he cuts and fastens them together to form a solid base. He then carefully constructs the handle, paying close attention to its height and grip to ensure it's both durable and comfortable to use. The handle is securely attached to the frame, giving him full control over the cart's movement. The most intricate and challenging part of the process is crafting the wheels. Without access to pre-made wheels, he improvises using materials at hand. To create perfectly round wheels, he finds a hat to use as a circular template, tracing its shape onto a sturdy piece of wood. With a sharp tool, he carefully cuts out the wheels, smoothing their edges for seamless rotation. He then carves out a central hole in each wheel, allowing them to be mounted onto a wooden axle. The axle is attached to the frame, allowing the wheels to spin freely and support the weight of the cart. After assembling all the parts, he tests the cart to ensure it functions smoothly. The result is a simple yet highly effective tool that becomes an essential part of the construction process. With the cart, he can now transport multiple heavy items at once, saving time and energy while making the build much more efficient. This handcrafted cart isn't just a practical tool, it's a testament to his ingenuity and ability to adapt to challenges using the resources around him. It represents the perfect blend of skill, creativity, and functionality, enabling him to push forward with building the wooden house. With the cart ready, he's equipped to handle even the toughest parts of the project, bringing his dream home one step closer to reality. After completing the wooden cart, he puts it to immediate use by shoveling soil into the cart and transporting it to the house's foundation. Trip after trip, he gradually fills the house's base with a thick layer of earth. This layer will serve as the foundation of the floor, providing stability and insulation. Once the soil is evenly distributed across the base, he moves on to the next step, compacting it to create a solid, level surface. To achieve this, he crafts a wooden mallet using the same resourceful methods he employed earlier. He selects a dense, sturdy piece of wood for the head and carves it into a rectangular shape, ensuring it has enough weight to effectively compress the soil. For the handle, he chooses a smooth, long branch that fits comfortably in his hand. After securely attaching the handle to the mallet head, he begins the labor-intensive task of pounding the soil. To refine the finish, he builds a wooden smoothing tool, or trowel. He crafts a trowel by carving a flat wooden plank, attaching a handle for easy grip. This tool allows him to press and smooth the surface of the floor with precision. Using the trowel, he carefully spreads a mixture of filler material, likely a combination of fine soil or clay, into the gaps between the stones. The filler binds the stones together, creating a firm and cohesive surface. The combination of compacted soil, embedded stones, and the carefully applied filler creates a floor that is both durable and visually pleasing. It's a critical step in the house's construction, transforming the foundation into a stable and functional base for the rest of the build. The construction of the house takes a huge leap forward as he begins transporting the long wooden beams from the forest to the build site. Each trip brings the raw materials closer to their final purpose. With a clear vision in mind, he sets out to start forming the very structure of the house. The first step in this exciting phase is to create partitions, which will define the layout of the interior and separate the house into distinct, functional spaces. For the front of the house, he focuses on crafting a solid partition. He takes his time, carefully arranging each plank, making sure they fit together seamlessly. These first few pieces form the beginning of the house's face, the part that will greet anyone who comes near. The partition not only adds a sense of structure, but begins to hint at the design and style of the house, setting the tone for the rest of the build. As he works, he steps back frequently to make sure everything is in place. It's a methodical process, and with each piece he fastens, the house begins to take shape in his mind. He now hauls long beams to the site, ready to bring the house to life. The wood is rough and rugged, with bark still clinging to its surface. He strips the bark off each beam carefully, exposing the beautiful natural grain of the wood beneath. He starts by securing the horizontal beams into the house's frame, carefully measuring and attaching each one to ensure the structure is strong and level. These horizontal beams provide stability, helping to define the shape of the house and support the walls. Once they are in place, he shifts his focus to the vertical beams. He carefully aligns and fastens each vertical piece to the horizontal beams, one by one. With each vertical beam secured, the walls of the house begin to take shape, rising steadily around the frame. The structure becomes sturdier as the wooden walls start to enclose the space. The effort and precision he's put into each beam are paying off slowly but surely. The house is transforming from a skeleton into a fully formed structure, ready to be filled with the next layers of construction. The walls are now solid and secure, marking a major milestone in the journey to create this peaceful forest retreat. The next critical step in building the house is securing the roof, which will provide shelter and protection from the elements. To start, he carefully lays down the first layer of tarp across the entire roof. This tarp is designed to serve as a waterproof barrier, ensuring that rain and moisture cannot penetrate into the house. It's an essential part of the roof, as it protects everything inside from the unpredictable weather, keeping the house dry and comfortable. He takes his time, making sure the tarp is spread out evenly and securely attached to the frame, as this will provide the foundation for the next stages of the roof construction. Once the tarp is in place, he begins constructing the frame that will support the roof. Using long, sturdy wooden beams, he arranges them carefully along the ridge of the house. These beams will form the backbone of the roof, supporting the weight of the materials and ensuring that everything remains stable and secure. Each beam is positioned with precision, as the strength of the roof depends on how well this frame is constructed. With every piece he adds, the roof structure becomes stronger, creating a solid foundation for the next steps. Now that the frame is secure, it's time to move on to creating the actual roof surface. He starts by cutting logs into perfectly round, uniform panels. With his saw, he carefully shapes each log into a consistent circular form, paying attention to the size and symmetry of each piece. This part of the process requires great skill and patience, as each panel must fit perfectly with the others to create a smooth, seamless roof. Once all the wooden panels are prepared, he begins the painstaking task of joining them together to form the roof. He carefully aligns each panel with the others, ensuring that they fit snugly without gaps. Using his hammer and nails, he secures each piece firmly in place, working methodically to build up the roof layer by layer. The panels, with their smooth edges and natural wood finish, add a beautiful rustic texture to the roof, which blends perfectly with the natural surroundings of the forest. As he works, the roof gradually takes shape, becoming a solid and weatherproof structure. The combination of the tarp and the wooden panels ensures that the roof is not only functional, but also visually appealing, with a natural aesthetic that complements the environment. The wooden roof panels give the house a rustic charm, while also providing excellent insulation and protection against the elements. With the roof now fully assembled, the house is well on its way to becoming a complete sheltered structure. The work he's put into the roof ensures that it will last for many years, standing up to rain, snow, and wind. This is a major milestone in the construction process, as the house is now weatherproof and fully protected from the outside elements, allowing the next steps to proceed without concern for the weather. With the roof now complete, it's time to move on to the next crucial step, building the doors. Using the same method as before, he begins by constructing the door frame. He carefully measures and cuts the wooden beams to fit perfectly within the door opening. Once the frame is assembled, he starts adding vertical wooden slats, placing each one with precision. These slats are carefully spaced to create a sturdy, functional door, while still allowing for a sense of openness and light. With each slat carefully secured, the door begins to take shape. The craftsmanship is evident in the smoothness of the wood, and the door is now ready to be hung in its frame. But the work doesn't stop there. To enhance the aesthetic appeal and functionality of the house, he decides to add a decorative touch, a wooden railing or balustrade along the front of the house. He begins by measuring and cutting the wooden posts for the railing, ensuring they're spaced evenly to create a balanced and harmonious look. He carefully installs each post into the ground, making sure they are securely anchored. Then, he runs horizontal wooden beams between the posts, forming a sturdy and beautiful railing. The next task on his list is to create a makeshift barbecue grill, a key feature for enjoying the outdoor living experience in the forest. To begin, he selects a large, solid piece of wood, perfect for the job. Using his chainsaw, he carefully cuts the log in half, exposing the dense, sturdy core. With the log now split, he moves on to hollowing out the center. To do this, he creates a groove along the wood's interior, allowing him to easily carve out the softer middle section of the log. This makes the process more efficient and helps him shape the cooking area. After hollowing out the log, he starts working on the frame that will hold the grill in place. He constructs a simple but sturdy support system using more wooden beams, ensuring that the grill will remain stable and secure when in use. To attach the top to the base of the grill, he uses hinges, allowing the top to open and close easily. This way, the grill has a cover, which can be lifted when he needs to add more fuel or check on the cooking progress. To ensure the grill can withstand the heat of the fire, he uses a clever trick. He fills the inside of the wooden base with a layer of clay and adds some small stones. The clay acts as an insulating material, preventing the fire from burning through the wood while also keeping the heat contained. This layer helps protect the wooden structure, allowing the grill to function safely and effectively for cooking. To enhance the comfort and functionality of his forest retreat, He begins building a wooden bed, a vital addition to make the house feel more like a true home. Starting with the bed's legs, he selects strong, durable pieces of wood, carefully measuring and cutting each one to the desired length. The legs are designed to provide the bed with both stability and strength, ensuring that it can support the weight of the structure and whatever is placed on it. As he attaches each leg to the frame, he checks for alignment and ensures the bed is level. The foundation is now secure, providing a solid base for the next steps. With the legs in place, he turns his attention to the bed's surface. For this, he takes several smooth, flat wooden planks and arranges them across the frame. Each plank is carefully aligned and spaced to create a solid, level platform. These planks will form the bed's resting surface, and he makes sure they are tightly secured to the frame, either by nailing or screwing them into place. The precision with which he works is crucial. He wants the bed to be both sturdy and comfortable, providing a reliable place to rest after a long day of hard work. He continues his work by carefully selecting round, flat logs to create the surface of the table. Each log is carefully chosen for its size and shape, ensuring a smooth, level surface when they are arranged side by side. After meticulously securing the logs together, he makes sure there are no gaps between them, creating a seamless, sturdy tabletop. Once the top is in place, he begins work on the legs. Using thick, durable wooden beams, he measures and cuts 4 strong legs. Each leg is then carefully attached to the underside of the tabletop, ensuring they are positioned correctly and securely. The result is a beautifully rustic and stable table, crafted with care and attention to detail. Its simple yet sturdy design makes it the perfect addition to his forest home, providing a functional surface for meals, work, or relaxation. He selects a large, solid log, carefully examining it to ensure it's the right size and quality. He begins by cutting and shaping the log into a seat, using his saw to carve it into a comfortable, flat surface. He cuts a right angle at the top of the log to provide the necessary support and comfort while sitting. With the seat and backrest shape, he proceeds to craft the legs. Using additional logs, he measures and cuts 4 strong legs to fit the chair's structure. Each leg is carefully fastened to the seat, and the backrest is securely attached, providing the perfect angle for comfort. After finishing his furniture, he enjoys a well-earned meal, grilling chicken over the fire. He savors the meal, reflecting on the satisfaction of building his home in the peaceful forest. He heads to a nearby bamboo grove and collects the outer shells of the bamboo stalks. After bringing them back to his house, he cuts the bamboo shells into equal-sized panels, ensuring they are smooth and uniform. Next, he carefully nails the bamboo panels onto the interior wooden walls of the house, covering them entirely. The bamboo panels are tightly secured, creating a clean, natural finish that transforms the space. This method not only adds a rustic charm to the home, but also provides added durability and insulation for the interior. He moves the table and chair inside, arranging them neatly, then lays out his mattress to complete the space. With everything in place, the house transforms into a cozy and inviting home, reflecting his hard work and creativity. The final step to complete the house is building the outdoor patio, which will add a functional and inviting space in front of the home. He starts by marking the area and securing several strong wooden stakes into the ground, ensuring they are firmly anchored to provide a stable foundation. With precision, he measures and places long, flat wooden planks across the stakes, carefully nailing them together to form a solid and level surface. Each plank is meticulously aligned, creating a smooth and durable platform that perfectly complements the house's rustic charm. Once the patio floor is complete, he begins crafting furniture to make the space both practical and comfortable. His first project is a sturdy wooden bench. He starts by selecting thick logs from his collection, choosing pieces with the right size and texture for the design he has in mind. Using a saw, he cuts the logs into precise sections to create the legs, seat, and backrest. Each piece is then carved and smoothed using a chisel and mallet, with great care taken to ensure a polished and even finish. The bench's assembly is a labor of love. He attaches the legs to the seat using strong joints, ensuring the structure is stable and secure. The backrest is added with equal precision, angled just right for comfort. After assembling the bench, he tests its stability, sitting on it and making minor adjustments to perfect its balance. He then crafts a matching table using the same techniques. Measuring and cutting the logs, he carves and assembles the pieces, ensuring the table is level and well constructed. The finished patio, complete with a handmade bench and table, creates a perfect spot for relaxation or outdoor meals. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. See you in the next one.